Alright, so I just took some time and made a template of all of the deck. So this is what I'm going to need to cut out on this 090 aluminum. I have this sheet here. I'm hoping to be able to maybe get the back deck with it and then some of this as well. I'm going to start with the back deck just because I can work around with these squares. I'm also going to cut this lid out too as well. I'm still waiting on the framing that is in the mail on its way here now. Should be here in a few days, but we'll be ready for it. We'll have all the metal cut out, hopefully. I still need to go get another piece of metal for this front deck. That is still bare. I still need to do all the framing for that as well. But we'll get to it, but right now we're just working on the back deck. So I made this template, but of course I can't cut out one solid piece. That would be impossible. That would be one big piece of metal. So I'm going to make a cut right here. This is where there's gonna be a line. So I'm gonna cut that and then piece it all together, but this line will be hidden by some foam. So I'm not too worried about that. And by the way, I made all of these templates with 3/4 tubing under it because that is how high it's gonna sit. All right, so I wanna do this where there isn't any waste. So this is the corner piece of the boat. So I'm gonna put this in the corner as close as I can. And then that leaves us a square. And that is where I'm gonna cut out this lid here. And then it looks like I'll have enough room here to make long strips. At least 2 long strips, and that will be enough to cover at least one side. Actually, with that in mind, I should probably do this over here. That way we can get at least 4 long strips out of it, and that will be enough to cover the sides. I kind of want to do this in cardboard first, just to make sure, because this paper is very flimsy. I'm gonna go get some cardboard. All right, so I didn't go with cardboard, but I went with this poster board. Cardboard can suck when you cut it, leaves jagged edges, so we're gonna go with this. It's still stiffer than this paper, so it will be a whole lot better. Guys, I'm about to do some work on the trailer. While I'm down here, I might as well say that, but I want to extend these, go all the way up, and then extend that piece out, and then connect this with this piece and make a square box under the JON boat, because I exposed myself. I didn't paint the bottom of the boat because it's literally sitting on one rib the entire time, one rib. So I want to extend that out so it sits on all 3 ribs just to keep the boat somewhat flatter. I mean, it's not even that flat, it actually kind of rounds off. We'll get new bunkers, new lights, new paint job. I want to get new tires for it as well, so it'd be pretty sweet. Black trailer, red boat. I can get some Adam Ryan decals on here, make it look nice. Just a heads up, that video is coming soon. And again, this is just a safety measure with the thicker paper. Gonna cut it out on the thicker paper, make sure it fits in the boat good and how I want it, and then once I'm happy with that, I will move it over to the metal and cut that out. I just didn't like how much this flap over here moved, and I could easily tape the paper down, tape it wrong, and a slight movement over here is a big difference and will mess up the entire thing, so I don't want to do that. Alright, so there is a template done. It is pretty good. I'm super stoked with it. I did have to add a few pieces here and here just to clean up these edges, make sure they were flush over here with this wall. But you're probably wondering, why not just go straight to poster board instead of using this paper? But to get the angle of the boat, sorry, I just smacked you guys up against the pole here. To get this angle, I put the paper up against the hinge here and grabbed the pencil, and of course it's sitting on top of the 3/4 tubing, but I took the pencil and I pushed it into that crease and followed the edge of that boat. So you may not be able to do that with the poster board. It may not be flexible enough as the paper. So, but yeah, I'm stoked with how this one came out. So that one is done. I'm gonna go ahead and trace this onto the metal now. Oh, by the way, this notch right here is for this nav light. Yeah, I'm way more confident with this. This piece over here isn't flapping around, it stays in the same spot. All right, first piece traced out. Now what I want to do is go ahead and trace out the lid. I'm really stoked about this, man. This is gonna look sick. If I can get really good cuts, this thing is gonna be perfect. I always worry about like what I have to do with the boat. I worry, and then I finally start doing it, and it's like, why am I worried? Everything's coming out good. Everything is easy, way easier than I think it's gonna be. Like in my head, I was like, man, what if I cut the decking wrong and it's gonna freaking mess it all up? It won't be perfect, but I mean, I just made a perfect template. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna fit nice and smooth. It'll line up with the edge of the boat, the curvature of the boat. So I mean, worried about nothing over here. All right, I'm gonna start with a new piece. We got 10 sheets to mess with. So let's align this up. We'll go ahead and cut right there. Oh yeah. Doesn't get better than that. I mean, I could leave it a little bit bigger and have it sticking over a slight bit. It wouldn't hurt anything. Guys, I think I'm happy with that. That gap looks good. That is the lid piece. That's simple. Boom. And like I said, I want to fit this piece in here. That is why I made it that long for this piece. So once I cut this out, we will have a perfect square of metal still. This is gonna be like Tetris on this piece of metal. We gotta save as much metal as we can and get the most out of what we have. Guys, I don't wanna build another boat, but a freaking JON boat to mini skiff has been in my head. I want one. I freaking want it. But I also want a big skiff, a full-size skiff. Full-size fishing boat skiff. Center console, fiberglass, that'd be sick. But yeah, on the topic of tiny boats, if I ever do one again, it will probably be a skiff. And shout out to Eric on the Tin Can crew. He did one a while back. I'm not sure when. Here's pictures of it, and it looks freaking sick. I was scrolling through pictures on Facebook, and I saw this boat, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is freaking sick. So maybe one day, not anytime soon, but one day, I might get into one of those builds. And I say not anytime soon because I want to finish this boat and go fishing. I'm tired of working on a boat. I want to get out on the water. When I get done with this boat, I'm going to spend every single day on the water. I miss it, man. All right, piece number 2 is done. All right, so let's get this piece. Take her out. Okay, so I'm sticking the paper on here just to see how much I can use. And like I thought, we will have to use 2 pieces for the sides, which is okay. We can hide the cracks with the foam. All right, let's see how she fits. Oh yeah, I still need to cut this piece out. I forgot about that. Okay, now she is perfect. That made that a pain in the butt, but we got it. And now we can trace this onto the metal. I may just go ahead and cut all the curved lines and then make it where the shop can cut all the straight ones nice and neat for me. So I just got this piece traced out, and now I want to see if it will work out on the other side. I didn't make this boat to be the same thing on each side, so it might not work, but we'll see. Let's see. Ooh, oh, it might work. I might need to trim that a little bit. Let's go that far. It's not perfect, but it's a start. It's a great start, so I'm gonna use it. Boom. Okay, I like it. This end though I don't like, so take this part off and move it towards the end to where I like it. Alright, now we can go off that. So this piece, I cut it off, but it was still good. It still followed the curvature of the boat, so I'm still going to use it. I'm just going to push it all the way up against the wall this way, tape it in place, and then I'll just need to fill up this gap that's now here. That gap is easy to fill up because that's just a straight edge. This curvature, not so easy. And we already got it all cut around that piece as well, so this is awesome. Made it so much easier. Alright, we just got a 4-foot head start. Now we just need to make to there. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Sorry for the late upload. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I can already tell now it's gonna be uploaded late. Alright, so there is a template for that side all done. So we'll still need to make a template of that. Add this one here. Ah, freaking beautiful. Look at that. This is gonna be like one of those toy car kits you put together, model cars. Like when it comes in the pieces, you know, it's like you have to break them all out. This is what this is gonna be like. Just crazy pieces everywhere. And we definitely have enough metal. Freaking sweet. That's all flush. This is all flush, kinda. Let's mess with that a little bit. I need to fill in a piece here. And then I think we're just gonna do the middle piece. One middle piece separate. That will end about right here and go all the way up and end up there. Fit.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright guys, there it is. We got all the templates for the back deck and the sides. So tomorrow I will go ahead and cut these out. It's pretty late now, but man, that took me all day. That was a process, but it takes a lot of time. But if you do it right, your decks will come out perfect, and that is what you want. That's what I want, at least. Perfect deck. I'm happy I did all that work. It's gonna pay off in the end. It's gonna look freaking awesome. But guys, tomorrow I will cut this out. I'll probably cut out all the curves and then cut out each piece and then go take it to the metal shop and have them cut all the straight lines, just so all the straight lines are nice and smooth and straight. But that is how you make templates for your deck. Guys, once these get done, we're gonna have deck from here and back. It's gonna be freaking sweet. I also have to wait for the 3/4 tubing, but that should be here soon. But guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.